A tremendous national anthem here before the girls' championship game. Thanks so much for joining us on J98 The Boot tonight. We're keeping Lance Johnson back in the studio hopping. We appreciate his good work tonight. And it comes down to the final two games. Girls' championship followed by the boys' championship. Chad Speaker here. I'll have the call for you on the girls' championship. Glenn Johnson will be along to call the boys' title game for us. Central and Arcadia Valley, the Central Lady Rebels defeating Bismarck, the 1 seed against the 8 seed in the first round, 91-33. And then Central had a huge run, a 34-7 run to close out Potosi in the semifinals, 64-34. Arcadia Valley, well, they were impressive as well. They defeated South Iron 67-35 and then beat a very good Fredericktown team who ended up winning third place in this tournament, 65-43. A very consistent performance by Arcadia Valley in that one. So the Lady Tigers 8-1 and the Lady Rebels are 10-1. Arcadia Valley led by Anna Thomas, and Anna had a terrific game in the semifinal. Anna hitting 5 threes in that ball game and topping 20 points yet again. And it'll be Central in their white uniforms. They've got red numbers and letters, and they've got red, blue, and white stripes down the side. And for these Central Lady Rebels, or I beg your pardon, for Arcadia Valley, they will be in the black uniforms with the white and the golden stripes down the side, gold numbers and letters as well. Jumping it up for Arcadia Valley, that'll be Kristen Williams, a 5'10 senior, jumping it up for the Central Lady Rebels. Sydney Skaggs, a 6'1 senior, already has signed to play with UMSL in college next year. Central will move it left to right as I look at and describe the action to you. That means Arcadia Valley goes right to left. Arcadia Valley's lone loss to St. James, 62-47. Central's lone loss to St. James, 62-47. So same thing. Tap one by Central, and Megan Skaggs scores off the tip on a good run-out layup. So it's Arcadia Valley with the ball for the first time. Nice cross key look down underneath as a running Megan Williams can't hit the layup, but it was dislodged by a Central defender getting back. So these two teams with very similar resumes and identical losses to the very same team. Arcadia Valley gets the ball in mid-post. That's to Anna Thomas. Her jumper from the middle of the right side of the lane won't fall, but she's fouled. The whistle goes against Peyton Caldwell. Anna Thomas, only a 59% free throw shooter. I say only because she's 52% from outside of the arc, and Anna misses the first. So Thomas at the free throw line, trying to go 1 for 2. The numbers will tell us that she will hit this one. We will see. Thomas bends the knees, flips the wrist, and misses that one as well. Hard off the back iron. The rebound, though, ripped down by Kristen Williams. There's Anna Thomas with a free throw line jumper, and so she missed 3 in a row from the same location. 2 free ones and 1 guarded one. And still a 2-0 lead for Central. Olivia Casey's got it outside of the arc on the left side, loads it up, lets it go, misses the shot just long. Long rebound tracked down by, she's listed on the program now as Kinsey Jones. Used to be listed as Mackenzie Jones. Casey tries another 3, same spot left wing. Same result, missed it. Rebecca Buffington up the floor, leads his team in assists with over 3.5 a game. Over to the right baseline. There's a high floating jumper by a sophomore, Briar Johnson, and the 15-footer floated through. The high rainbow shot for her. A drive by Kinsey Jones, cut off, lob underneath. That's Megan going to work. Megan Skaggs, and she's got the first 2 buckets for the Central Lady Rebels. 4-2 the score. And now quickly the other way, and there's 4 quick points by Briar Johnson. And Johnson's got her team's only 4 points. The 2-3 zone applied by Arcadia Valley. Central basketball, bouncer, Megan Skaggs once again. Hit twice on the spin move, still scored it. And Megan's got the first 6 for the Central Lady Rebels. Scored 29 in the semifinals. She averages 19 on the year. Megan Skaggs averaging a double-double, 19 and 10. And her sister right behind her at 16 and 9. Those numbers could flip as the season goes along. Both very talented players in multiple sports. Megan, in fact, a Dream Team volleyball player. Sydney, a Dream Team basketball player. 6-4 lead. It's a 2-point advantage as Megan Skaggs has all 6 for Central. Arcadia Valley basketball. And out front, it's Megan Williams dribbling it off her heel and into the backcourt, double back violation. 6-4 lead. It's Briar Johnson 4 and Megan Skaggs 6. You clear everybody off and go one-on-one, huh? And that's where we stand 2 minutes in. Ball anticipated for Kinsey Jones, but the very quick Anna Thomas gets in the passing lane and deflects it over And out of bounds and into the stands. Love this arena. Absolutely love the TJ Foulon Field House, the parquet floor, the stadium all around it, the walkway around the big central scoreboard up in the ceiling. I was talking a little bit to Chad Bradley, the athletic director for Central, about this arena as a Casey drills a three. They used to have windows all along the length of it on both sides, and then they used to have an open side over on the other side as well. It was open to the band room. The band could perform straight into the arena, but they've changed it a little bit over the years. A 9-4 lead for Central. A foul on the floor as Anna Thomas drove it past the half-court stripe. 5.5 minutes remaining in this first frame, and a 5-point lead for Central. That whistle goes on Kenzie Jones, her first. Arcadia Valley basketball, and they play it into Megan Williams, get it right back to Buffington. Rebecca Buffington has the ball stolen away from her. Good job by Peyton Caldwell, racing up the floor. She tries to throw up the shot as she's falling down, and where will the call be made? On the floor or on the shot? It looks like on the floor. So a foul on Buffington, her first. Olivia Casey right of the bucket along that baseline. Tosses it straight in to Megan Skaggs. She walked with it, no call. Now there's the call. A late whistle, but he got it right. Skaggs lost it, and then after the travel, there was a little bit of contact, but definitely the travel came first. So Anna Thomas gets the inbound, fires it to Kristen Williams. Williams dribbling it into the forecourt, picks it up left wing, plays it out to Buffington. Buffington picks the dribble up, a bouncer to Thomas. Thomas fires it to the right elbow. That's to Kristen Williams. Kristen Williams over to the left wing, Johnston, and Johnston misses it. Johnson hit a long jumper earlier, misses that one, but Johnson glides back to intercept a three-quarter court pass here, then throws it around the ankles of Megan Williams, but she grabs it. Left side layup won't go. Battle for the rebound. This is win by Kenzie Jones. Kenzie's got a 2-on-1 break going. She'll keep it, fire it up. Oh, count the shot, and she's fouled. Anna Thomas with the blocking foul, and Kenzie not only hit the bucket, but she'll go to the free throw line. Something, though, worthy of note, that Anna Thomas, and I've seen this out of Anna Thomas time and time again over the years, when she knocked Kenzie Jones down, she went down, reached her hand out to help her back up, and said, no harm intended. Anna Thomas, a tremendous athlete, but also a tremendous sportsman. Love watching her play basketball. Kenzie Jones finishes up the three-point play. She's got 3, and the lead is 8, and now the ball is stolen away by Peyton Caldwell, plays to Jones. So the quick steal, now an entry pass, and it's poked away by Arcadia Valley and out of bounds. A 12-4 lead for Central. 4:39 remaining on this first quarter clock. Olivia Casey checking in to put it in play. Caldwell racing over to the sideline, and now they fire it in to Kenzie Jones, head of the circle, watched by Thomas. Over to the right corner, Casey looking for her second three-pointer. Ring it up for Olivia Casey. She's got 8-point average on the year. She's got 6 points tonight. And Adam Waddell says we've got to talk this over. A 15-4 lead for Central. 4:28 remaining in the first frame. And we're back in a minute right here on J98.
Walmart Supercenter in Potosi is a great place to get everything you need for the new year and your New Year's celebration. Whether it's party foods, decoration, or that perfect outfit, Walmart Supercenter in Potosi has you covered. That's Walmart Supercenter in Potosi. Always a good choice, no matter what the season. Happy holidays. Save money. Live better. Walmart. The West County School District would like to take this opportunity to wish the best of luck to all the players in the Central Christmas Tournament. The West County School District would also like to congratulate the West County players for their sportsmanship on and off the court. It takes a lot of time, dedication, and hard work to be a winning team. You've proven you have what it takes. Best of luck to all the players in the Central Christmas Tournament from the West County School District.
Nice adjustment by Adam Waddell during the timeout. Got Anna Thomas involved in breaking that pressure. She threw it to Buffington. Buffington drives in and throws a cross-key look underneath to Briar Johnson for the open layup. Central comes back the other way. Quickly gets it underneath. Sydney Skaggs attacks once. Missed. Rebound. Put back. Got it to go, and she's fouled. Nice job by Sydney Skaggs. Averaging 16. First 2 for her. Sydney and Megan Skaggs combining for 8 so far. The sisters Skaggs have done plenty of damage over the years to quality opponents. Most of them will be very happy to see Sydney go next year, but it'll be another year for Megan as Sydney tosses in the free throw. An 80% foul shooter on the year, Peyton Caldwell. checks back in. Jensen Uding was in for a couple of possessions, the 5'6" juniors. She'll sit down again. So 18-6. And it's the largest lead for Central of the ball game as they steal it away. Kinsey Jones out in front of the pack. She's got some Tigers on her heels. Missed the layup. Sydney Skaggs grabs the rebound and tosses it back in. And it's a runaway early on here for Central. 20-6. 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Another steal. And here comes Kinsey Jones again. Crossover dribble. Flips it back Sydney Skaggs. Can she finish? Yes, ma'am. Sydney Skaggs has 7. In fact, 7 straight for Sydney Skaggs. And it's 22-6, Central on top before finally an answer by Briar Johnson. Briar's got 8 points. 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in this first quarter of play. Central on a 100-point pace. Not to say that'll happen, but they're on that pace anyway. And now they've got the basketball. A lob to Megan Skaggs. Nice screen by Olivia Casey, and that's easy pickings for Megan. A well-designed play. The lob over the top. And Olivia Casey setting a solid screen so nobody could get close to Megan. Megan Skaggs with 8. On the scoreboard, it's 22-8. I've got it as 24-8, I believe. 15 plus 6 is 21 plus 3. Should be 24-8. There they go. There they fixed it. All right, so 2:25 remaining in this first quarter of play. And another good power move by Briar Johnson down underneath. Another one for Briar. She's got 10. In fact, she's got all 10 for her team. Briar certainly has shown up here. And a very nice first quarter for Briar. Back at the free throw line, Briar Johnson, a 69% free throw shooter on the year. Cash that in. Briar's got 11. Central with a basketball. And now Central will turn Kinsey Jones loose, or beg your pardon, Caldwell loose, right wing. Her three-pointer missed long, and so that'll bounce out of bounds. As Arcadia Valley will bring it up the floor. 24-11. Central racing away here in this first quarter. That was really the last thing Adam Waddell and company wanted to happen. Now a traveling violation by Briar Johnson. She either traveled or stepped along the baseline. Good thing there aren't icy conditions out, like usual during this Central Christmas tournament. We wish you all well in the new year. 24-11 is the score. 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining in this first quarter. It's been all Central here early on. And now at the head of the circle, this is Jensen Uding. Jensen to the right wing. That's over to Jones. Back to Jensen. J&J connection over there. Open three for Jones. Didn't want it. Steps inside and buries 18-footer. Nice looking shot by Kinsey Jones and a nice decision right there. 5 for the 5'5" senior. Tell you what, you watch her on the volleyball floor. One of the shortest players has one of the biggest arms. She's a hammer and a tremendous basketball talent as well. Turnover, Megan Skaggs steps right in front. She's got a 3-on-2 brewing. Pulls up from 14 feet. Stuck it home. Rattled it in. Megan Skaggs has 10. A huge first half for Megan in the semifinal. And a huge first half for her here in the championship game as well. 10 for Megan Skaggs. We've got a minute to play in the first quarter. And 28-11, Sydney Skaggs erases that shot attempt from Johnson. And now outside of the arc, it's Megan Williams, left wing, triple in the air. Hey, count that one for Anna Thomas. She finally shook free, and she buried it. Now Jones up the floor. And Central is doubled up Arcadia Valley, 28-14. 40 ticks remaining, first quarter. Jones out at half court. Anna Thomas chasing the ball over to the right wing. Gets it in the hands of Uding. Uding entering it to Megan Skaggs. Megan going to look back outside and a timeout by Josh Mapes. Let's see what he draws up with a half a minute left. 28-14, and the Central Lady Rebels leading the Arcadia Valley Lady Tigers back in 30 seconds on J98.
The administration at Perryville School District 32 would like to show their support for the Pirates football team. Perryville School District commends their athletes and coaches for being dedicated and committed to doing their best this season. The district wants you to practice hard, play hard, and study hard. And remember, teamwork and determination will take you far. Best of luck in the future from everyone at the Perryville School District, and have a safe and successful season.
28-14 the score. Central has doubled up Arcadia Valley here. Half a minute to play. We come back from the Central timeout. Let's see what they drew up as Jones tries to slide inside. Whistles a pass to Caldwell. This one slapped away by Briar Johnson. Now it's on the deck. Everybody giving chase, and Jones picks it up in the backcourt. Well, that blew that play out of the water. Let's see if they'll run it again. Casey to Sydney Skaggs in the high post. Turned it over, and the ball ripped away by Jerica Brock. Brock in the backcourt with 8. Tries to flip it across the timeline. Can do. Over to Anna Thomas. Thomas looking high-low down underneath. Score it for Savannah Price. The most well-run offensive set by the Arcadia Valley Lady Tigers comes in the final seconds of the first quarter of play. At the end of one, Central 28, Arcadia Valley 16. Back with your second quarter in 1 minute on J98.
Moyer's Muffler and Auto in Park Hills is family owned and operated. So just like family, they know your dollar counts. So when you need good, honest work at a good, honest price, see Moyer's Muffler and Auto. Not only for mufflers, but inspections, oil changes, brakes, complete exhaust, new tires, AC work. And now you can take your vehicle to Moyer's Muffler and Auto for all of its alignment needs. That's Moyer's Muffler and Auto, 502 East Main Street in Park Hills, 431-5428.
Choosing the right lawyer can be a daunting task. John Williams and Bryce Seacrest and Joseph Murray, attorneys at law, bring over 35 years' experience to the table. They offer a wide range of legal services such as general trial, felonies, wills, bankruptcy, divorce, paternity, trust, and probate. Call 573-431-5592 or stop by the law offices of John Williams, Bryce Seacrest, and Joseph Murray, attorneys at law on Science Street next to Central High School, 431-5592.
Girls Championship action at the Bob Seacrest Jr. Central Christmas Tournament. We're at the TJ Foulon Fieldhouse. Where else would you rather be on New Year's Eve, right? Lots of folks have a New Year's Eve date right here. 28-16, Central leading Arcadia Valley, the host team, the number 1 seed. They've been very impressive throughout the tournament, but so have the Lady Tigers. But over the first quarter, the Central Lady Rebels more impressive in this championship game. 28 first quarter points, 28-16. Central leading it, but a foul whistled on the Lady Rebels' Jensen Uding. And that sends Arcadia Valley to the free throw line. That's Savannah Price. Savannah hit the last bucket of the first quarter, and she hits the first bucket of the second quarter as she cuts the cords on the free throw. Savannah averaging 5.5 points per game off the bench. A 5'11 junior. Gives them good size and skill off of that bench. Second free throws up and in. So 4 points for Savannah Price. Megan Skaggs out momentarily, but quickly back in for Kayla McCain. McCain getting a spot minute there, 5'5 junior. Just into our second quarter, 28-18. It was a 22-6 deficit, so it has been at least a 12-6 run by AV to make it 28-18, but still a long way to go. Right wing jumper outside of the arc. That won't go for Jones. Megan Skaggs follow up. That won't go either. And the rebound down to Arcadia Valley. Here comes Anna Thomas. Thomas switched to 3 earlier, pulls up outside of the arc here and swings a pass high to Buffington. Buffington head of the circle, takes a look at this 2-3 zone. Asks for a little help. Price comes out, but doesn't want to make that pass. Now it's a bouncer to Thomas. Thomas to the free throw line. That's to Brockus. And back to Brockus down underneath. Half hook. That won't go. AV controls the rebound right off the bat, but then a tie-up as the ball hit the deck. And folks wrestle for it. The alternate possession gives it back over to Central. Sydney Skaggs to put it in play to Mackenzie Jones. 1 minute gone, second frame. 28-18, we'll hear from Justin Callahan at the half, and Ricky Turnbow, the boys coaches from the third place game where Farmington defeated Arcadia Valley. Arcadia Valley looking to avoid back-to-back losses here in this tournament as the boys fell in the third place game. Girls playing for the title here. But they've got the number 1 seeded and highly regarded in the state, Central Lady Rebels. Here's Mackenzie Jones outside of the arc, left side. Looks for a drive. Thought she maybe slid the pivot foot. Got tied up. Alternate possession goes over to Arcadia Valley. 6:37 remaining in this second frame, and 28-18 the score. Anna Thomas on the left wing. She's not left alone there, though. She had 5 triples the other night, did Anna Thomas. On her way to 25 points. Shooting 52% for the year outside of that arc. Kristen Williams had it inside, work it back outside. This is Brockus in the deep right corner, lobs it out to half court, tracked down by Thomas. Thomas, quick pass over to the right wing once again. Brockus, triple, missed it. Backside rebound, though. A nice job by Kristen Williams. Works it back out front. Anna Thomas a covered up three this time, and that one rattled in and out. Sydney Skaggs rises high for the rebound. Pushes the outlet to Uding. Uding up the floor, and the ball ricochets out of bounds, deflected by Thomas. Thomas is a player whose production really does show up in the numbers, but not her full production. She's a good defensive presence, not allowing shots to get attempted, and also very good in the passing lanes, deflecting a number of balls. Central basketball, they lead it by 10, 28-18. Kinsey Jones backs it up, swings it right wing. That's Casey. Skip pass over the top. Uding on the left wing. Uding back to Jones, head of the circle. Sydney Skaggs comes up to the free throw line. She'll set a screen. Casey right side. Three-pointer up, missing. Megan Skaggs battles for the rebound, but it's won by Johnson. Breyer, the sophomore, at 5'9". She's had a terrific first half with 11 points. She averages 11.9 on the year, but throws a turnover right here. Casey intercepts up the floor. Uding. Uding to the trailer. That's Jones. Jones ducks under a defender, fires it up, missed the shot, but foul came on the floor anyway. 5:16 remaining in the first half. 28-18. A 10-point advantage for the Central Lady Rebels. Both teams buzzing through the competition in the first two rounds of this one. Coming up to grab it, middle of the lane, that's Sydney Skaggs. Back out front, Mackenzie Jones drives in, goes to the left hand, left it short, and then Mackenzie jumped from out of bounds to inbounds, and, well, you can't do that and keep possession. So ball goes over to Arcadia Valley. Peyton Caldwell checking in along with Brianna Seaton. Seaton, a nice punch off the bench. 5'7" sophomore, averaging 5 per contest for Central. Now here's Anna Thomas in the backcourt. Nice job getting it to the left hand and throwing that pass over the top to Buffington. Buffington threw a nice pass to Price up the floor, but Savannah just couldn't hold on. And the ball sails out of bounds and back to Central. 28-18, a 10-point lead for Central. 4:50 remaining in the second frame. Right wing, this is Megan Skaggs. Sydney stands tall at the free throw line, but guarded tightly. Now they'll lob it to Megan behind the defense, and she punches it off the window for two. The points to Megan Skaggs, but the screen set by Brianna Seaton. It's the second time we've seen a lob go over the top, and a very nice play design and very well executed by Central as they screen the defender and lob it right over the top. Now a steal and outlet to Jones, and Jones fouled by Anna Thomas. Anna just held on. Second foul on Anna Thomas. 30-18, a 12-point advantage for the Central Lady Rebels. Megan Skaggs left at a bucket along the baseline and bounce to Sydney. And now to Mackenzie Jones. Megan comes up, grabs it at the free throw line, turns, fires, missed it. Long rebound, tapped around, finally won by Savannah Price. Scoops it back to Buffington, over to Anna Thomas. Thomas crosses the timeline. Looks for a teammate down in the paint. Nobody there, and Jones fouled her. Mackenzie Jones actually fouled her while sitting on the floor. Kinsey was sitting there. Anna came by. Kinsey grabbed her. That's a foul. Second foul on Kinsey Jones. 30-18. It's a 12-point lead for these Lady Rebels from Central. 4:09 remaining in the first half of play. A lob into Kristen Williams. She's near half court. Left wing, Anna Thomas. She can hit that three, and yes, ma'am, she does. 2 for 3 outside of the arc. Anna Thomas has 6 points. And Josh Mapes says we've got to find that gal. 30-21, a 9-point advantage for the Lady Rebels. And we're back in 30 seconds on J98.
The employees at Munchkinland Daycare in Park Hills love kids. In fact, your children are their specialty from birth to 5 years of age. At Munchkinland Daycare, you can relax into knowing that your child or children are well taken care of. That's Munchkinland Daycare, where your kids are their kids too. Munchkin Daycare has openings available. For more information, call 573-431-9250. That number again is 431-9250.
4 minutes remaining, second frame, 30-21. Lady Rebels lead it, but Anna Thomas just hit her second three-pointer of the ball game. Thomas hit 5 of them the other night en route to 25 points. She shoots 54% now outside of the arc for the year. My goodness, if that number can hold, what an amazing senior year that would be. She'll have an amazing senior year either way, but Boy, any above 50% from three. Just astonishing. 30-21. Central lead, Central ball. Swing it to Casey. Give and go. Sliding down the left side of the lane was Caldwell. Couldn't find her yet, so we go to Sydney Skaggs. Now to the right corner, back to Caldwell. She pulled the pivot foot, apparently not. Sydney scoops it back out. That's Kinsey Jones. Kinsey backs it out. And pulling up is Casey from 12 feet out. Missed it. Sydney grabs the rebound. Out of bounds. They say tapped last by Arcadia Valley. I'd like to thank Sam Sism Ford Lincoln for sponsoring our coverage of the Central Christmas Tournament. Also, D&L Developers of Farmington, the Perry County Schools, the St. John Schools, and the Iron County Schools. Jones has it. Left wing, that's to Uding. Uding can fire those threes. Instead, this time it's Jones, and she fired this one a little bit long. Uding has the long rebound. Casey plays it in. Sydney Skaggs, turnaround jumper. And I think Savannah Price got a piece of that thing on the way up. Rebound, Buffington. Buffington pulls the loose ball. Buffington's 1-on-5 and lost the ball out of bounds and headed the other way. Buffington started dribbling down the floor, and all of a sudden she found herself right in the middle of all 5 defenders with really nowhere to go and ended up dribbling it off her knee and out. Caldwell in, Jones out. It's Caldwell, Uding, a pair of Skaggses and a Casey, all out there for Central. 30-21. Lady Rebels lead these Lady Tigers. Arcadia Valley has Buffington and Thomas in the game. They've got a pair of Williamses and also Briar Johnson. Good lineups on both sides. 3-pointers off the rim and then behind the backboard. And so AV has it back. If Arcadia Valley could take a couple of possessions, put in a few buckets, close this thing toward the half, they'd have to feel pretty good. But it's easier said than done, certainly, against this terrific Central team. Turnaround jumper, that's Megan Williams. Cash it in from 14 feet. And Megan Williams is on the board for the first time. We've got a 7-point game. This is a ball game that was a 16-point contest and looked like a runaway in the first quarter. And now another turnover against Central. A chance for AV to pull within 5 and maybe 4. 2:31 remaining in the second quarter. 30-23. Central on top. Arcadia Valley basketball. Rebecca Buffington up the floor. 3.6 assists for her on the year to lead the squad in that department. Play it underneath into a double team that time to Johnson, but strong enough to grab it and then fouled by Sydney Skaggs. Skaggs with the height and athleticism to be able to block that after it got out of the hand of Johnson, but she slapped down on the ball. And well, sometimes even when you don't touch the hand, if you're slapping down, they'll call that as a foul, and Briar Johnson is at the stripe, misses the first. Johnson was 1 for 1 before that shot as she was able to finish a 3-point play. A 69% foul shooter on the year. She'll hit this one, right? Second one up, second one in. Another nylon for Briar. 30-24. We've got a 6-point contest. It was a 16-point lead in the first quarter for Central. Head of the circle, a poor pass by Uding, telegraphed it, and then threw it into traffic. Buffington tapped it. Caldwell tapped it last, and we're back over to Arcadia Valley. Arcadia Valley could make it a 4 and maybe a 1-possession game. Well, no, they'll be shooting, so best they could hope for would be to pull within 4, unless, of course, they missed the second, but that's not the plan. The plan for them is for Buffington to make both of them. 76% for Buffington on the year. Rebecca, a 4.7 scorer on the season. She's got a 1-and-1. Here's the first, and missed it. Great effort, though, by Briar Johnson to try to grab the rebound, but she did eventually touch it last before it went out of bounds. Well, a nice opportunity for AB there. Buffington, the 76% shooter, though. This is the front end of the 1-on-1. Well, Arcadia Valley's defense is much better. Their offense, though, also much better. They trailed by 16 in the first quarter, 22-6, and now they've made it a 6-point game with 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Kayla McCain on the floor for the Central Lady Rebels. McCain on the left wing, Uding on the right wing. That's Jones, head of the circle. Down in the paint, you've got Brianna Seaton and then Megan Skaggs playing that center position right now for Central. Entry pass intended for Megan, tapped out by Kristen Williams. Ball out along the baseline, and so it'll be Central basketball left of the bucket along that baseline. Man, I want to thank Central for the tremendous hospitality for hosting this tournament. They take care of everybody around here, and we appreciate them doing that for us as well. Another turnover. Anna Thomas picks it off. Headed the other way. Anna with her left hand gets to the middle of the lane. Jumps, floats, fires, missed it. Megan Skaggs clears the rebound. dribbles it behind her back. Don't know if she meant to. Hannah Skaggs closes out on her, and they flip it across the timeline. Over to the left wing, McCain. McCain looking down to the baseline. Nobody home. Flips it up top. Buffington nearly had it. Central getting just a little bit sloppy with the ball. And now Anna Thomas aggressive out. She's got the 2 personal fouls and a lob to the baseline. Another turnover by Central. Boy, Central's hit a road bumper too here on their way to the half. Arcadia Valley with basketball. 73 seconds remaining in the first half. 30-24. It is Central on top, but AV charging hard at them. And Buffington comes down the floor to the right wing, Anna Thomas. Thomas back to Buffington on the left side. They're well outside the three-point arc. A poor pass. Megan Skaggs rips it off in the high post and heads the other way. Megan flips it up off the window. Contact, no call. Backside rebound, Central. Head of the circle, Casey. A three-point shot. Missed it badly off the side. Briar Johnson grabs a hold of the rebound, and she's fouled, headed the other way. So we'll walk down in another one-on-one opportunity for the Arcadia Valley Lady Tigers. Johnson with 12 points in this game. She averages 12 points on the year. So she's turned in an impressive outing, the 5'9 sophomore, as Sydney Skaggs checks back in for Brianna Seaton. Well, this is going to be Buffington at the line. Interesting. Buffington 0 for 1 at the free throw line. But Buffington to make this a 4-point game if she can sink them both. There comes Savannah Price back in for Arcadia Valley. So Buffington to the stripe, takes a deep breath, and puts this one straight through. Boy, Buffington split the string sweetly that time. Another foul shot coming up for her. She can make it a 4-point game. Less than a minute to go, first half. Second one from Buffington. Yes, ma'am. She's got 2. Hey, 30-26. This is what a championship game ought to be, right? Not a 16-point runaway. Pass from Skaggs to Skaggs at the left elbow. Megan's got it. Megan to the middle of the lane. Fires up the runner. It's off the front of the iron. Who touched it last? Doesn't matter. It's a foul. I think Sydney Skaggs had it on her fingertips, but the whistle going against Buffington. Buffington or Megan Williams? Yeah, Buffington. Second personal on Rebecca. Still, though, Central's not at the free throw line. Only the 5th team foul whistled against Arcadia Valley. So they've got an opportunity to be aggressive. Now the 6th team foul is listed on the board. Casey's got it on the left wing, throws a baseball pass or a softball pass to the right wing. And that's to Caldwell. A drive by Jones. Out to Casey. Poor pass. Intercepted, but Sydney saves it. And Sydney pushes it back to Jones. Left of the lane, outside of the arc. Jones drives it in. Fires it out to Casey. 15 seconds left. Casey inside of the arc, out to Jones. Left wing, triple in the air. Bang! Kenzie Jones has her first three-pointer. 8 points for Kenzie, and a quick steal by Caldwell. Layup won't fall, but she's fouled. And that, my friends, is Central Lady basketball. They might hit rough patches, but sooner or later, they'll hit you with a blast. 33-26. They hit Arcadia Valley with a run right out of the gate, 22-6. AV consistently crept back in it as the free throws missed by Caldwell. But 5 quick ones by the Lady Rebels, and it's back to a 7-point lead, 33-26. Here comes Caldwell again. 5'6" senior, averaging 5 points a game. Misses both. With 4 seconds, the rebound down to Arcadia Valley. Nowhere to go with it, though, and the time just ticks away to close out the first half of play. At the end of the first half, though, well, it looked like it could be a runaway early on, a 16-point advantage for Central, but we've got a 7-point contest right now, 33-26. Central leading Arcadia Valley. I'll break down the numbers in a minute on J98.
West Transportation Service in Bismarck is your local charter bus service. They can take you to your destination wherever you're going. At West Transportation Service, they care about their cargo. So rest assured that when you ride with them, you'll be provided with the best traveling experience ever. West Transportation Service, the best charter bus service around. That's West Transportation Service in Bismarck, a proud supporter of all community events. For service, call 734-2332.
Hey, neighbor. Got quite a snow last night.
Yep, sure did. Look at all this.
You think I could borrow your snow shovel when you're done?
Sure.
Wow, that stuff really works. What is it?
It's ice melt.
You think I could borrow a little of that, too?
Well, I only have a little.
Hey, what's that bright red thing?
It's a generator, but, I'm going to be using that till the power comes back on. So
Sure, no problem. Where'd you get it?
Gifford Lumber in Fredericktown.
Honey, tell him he can buy or rent one of his own at Gifford Lumber.
Yeah,
Gifford Lumber in Fredericktown.
That's the place.
Hey, can I borrow a pencil? I'd like to write that down.
Here, honey, this'll warm you up.
Ooh, what's that, Missy? Hot chocolate?
Oh, no.
When Old Man Winter calls, be prepared. Get to Gifford Lumber in Fredericktown now for the things you might need tomorrow. Stock up on what you need to winterize your home and keep your walks and driveways clear.
Gifford Lumber Company in Fredericktown. Quality at the right price.
Gifford Lumber, 149 Commercial Drive, Fredericktown.
KTJJ, Farmington, Festus, Crystal City, St. Genevieve. J98 The Boot. Digity, we live here too.
33-26, a 7-point ball game at the half. The Central Lady Rebels lead it. Arcadia Valley, let's break down the individual scoring there. Savannah Price with 5. Anna Thomas has 6. A couple of triples for her. Rebecca Buffington with 2 free throws. She's got 2. Briar Johnson has kept pace with Central's leading scorer. Briar has 12, as does Megan Skaggs. Sydney Skaggs with 7, and 8 for Kinsey Jones. Olivia Casey pitching in a pair of triples. And at the break, 33-26, the Central Lady Rebels lead the Arcadia Valley Lady Tigers at the break of the championship game. Glenn's got more of our halftime show coming up next. Victoria's head coach Justin Callahan and Ricky Turnbow of Arcadia Valley. That's in 1 minute on J98.
Andy's Garage in Park Hills offers everything you need from tire changes to engine rebuilds. With over 30 years experience, Andy is ASE certified and his prices are fair. What more could he ask for? Andy guarantees his work. He wants you to be 100% satisfied. And if diesel work is what you need, Andy is one of the few diesel mechanics in the area. So if you're looking for a tune-up or more performance, stop by Andy's Garage located on Maple Street off of Highway 8 right behind the Patriot Vault in Park Hills. Or call 573-431-2626.
From Farmington joins us. The Knights win the third place game 60-39 over Arcadia Valley. And, Coach, you were down after the first quarter, but after that, not much went wrong for your team. Seemed to play pretty well. Give us your thoughts.
Well, the score's still up there. It says 60-39. My thoughts are I feel really good about that because Arcadia Valley is an excellent basketball team. I know you guys have seen them. You saw them over there. You guys follow that AV tournament. You've seen them other games over here. That's a quality team. Very, very well coached. So to look up there and say we beat them by 21, really, because in my opinion, I think we could do a lot of things better. So that really feels good. I think we got a lot of room for improvement, and so to come away with a victory like that, I'm feeling pretty excited.
But refreshing to see Connor Gage have a big game the way he did. He was our player of the game for a while. He was leading in scoring. Jordan eventually overtook him, but ended up with 15 points. Probably had a double-double tonight.
And we just need that so bad. We do. Didn't start Connor tonight, but.
So Connor Gage doesn't get the start, but it lit a fire under him.
That was the hope. And not necessarily, now John did better. John Bader.
Walmart Supercenter in Farmington is the place to go for the best prices on all your seasonal items. You'll find a large selection of items for your vacation to that fabulous wedding, to decorating for special occasions. The friendly staff at Walmart Supercenter in Farmington, they're ready to help you find whatever you need, when you need them. Walmart Supercenter in Farmington, your all-occasion connection. That's Walmart Supercenter in Farmington. Save money, live better. Walmart.
There's no place like home, but when age or illness turns home from a place of happiness into one of loneliness, it may be time to consider a healthcare facility. Whether your need is short-term rehabilitation or long-term care, St. Genevieve Care Center offers high-quality medical care complemented by a dedicated staff who offer warmth, wisdom, and the experience of caring, which makes their facility the next best thing to being home. Dignity, respect, care. St. Genevieve Care Center, 1010 St. Gen Drive in St. Genevieve. Medicaid, Medicare, private pay, private insurance, and hospice accepted.
North Main Tire and Oil in Fredericktown is your place in town for quick oil changes, tires, tire repair, and mechanical work on domestic and most foreign makes of cars and trucks. They stock most Phillips and Conoco brand oils. Need new tires or repair on your farm equipment? They do that too. North Main Tire and Oil, located behind Country Mart on the corner of North Main and Collier in Fredericktown. Open Monday through Friday from 8 until 5. Conveniently open on Saturday and Sunday from 9 until 2.
Very good job. But tonight he got a few more minutes. And Grant at times, I got on him because he's dribbling, not really looking up. And there's 3 white jerseys on him. There's open people. Stop dribbling, find those open people, and get them the ball. So Alex came in and did a nice job to spot Grant. Then when Grant got back in there, he responded, kind of like Connor. He responded, did a great job. And, and I hope that's how they're going to respond. And I think with our kids, they're pretty mentally tough, and I think they will do that. But, it just, I wouldn't put them in there, but I didn't think they were capable. So it's tough when you got, we had 14 kids over there. Now Gunner, back to that the tournament thing, he had played one already. Kind of want to have him playing major minutes in a couple other tournaments later on, so we didn't get him in. But those other 13 all got a chance to play tonight. Younger kids got in, and it's great to see when they can step in there when you think they can do it, and then when they get in there and actually do it, that makes you feel good.
Nice to play 4 games in this tournament and win on the final one, right?
It is awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you. It just to get the 3rd win, it just really feels good. Talk to the kids about the importance of that. Coming out and playing well. Not after a tough loss last night, coming out here and being able to pick it up and get a win, get out of here on a high note instead of 2 losses in a row, going to Poplar Bluff next week. And it feels really good.
Ricky Turnbow joins us now. His team fell in the 3rd place game to Farmington today. Coach Turnbow, it's a frustrating loss today, wasn't it?
Yeah, that wasn't any fun at all. We didn't come to play. We didn't show up, and that's what happens when you don't show up and play a good team.
Was it in the first quarter? You're in there. You're up by 2 points after the first, but 4 points in the second quarter. Was there just a drop-off, or did it just the not being ready finally catch up to you in the second?
I think it just caught up. They weren't really hitting shots, and like I told the guys, we looked like a team that was more worried about showing off for the crowd and playing selfish and individual basketball. And we tried it. We couldn't get in an offensive set because guys were being lazy. They're running into each other. There was no movement on offense, and I don't know. I was surprised to see it's come out that bad.
And frustrating because you had put out a really good performance in yesterday's game, even though it wasn't a loss, and then to turn around and do that's got to be tough.
Yeah, it was tough. That's the first really bad game we've played all year. We've had a couple bad quarters here and there, but it was frustrating. Just couldn't get anything going, and got on them pretty good at the half, and I thought we came out with a little more energy in the second half. It just couldn't get anything to fall, and we took us out of our game plan a little bit, and they did a really nice job running the clock and being patient, and they weren't going to let us get a team like that handles the ball and got a guy like Jordan Ingram. It's going to be tough to get back in the game.
How important is it to you to show people that that the Arcadia Valley Tigers from earlier in this tournament is the real AV rather than maybe the team we saw today?
I think it's important to show it to ourselves because we weren't questioning that until, and like I said, I think just about energy, and we have played good team basketball up to this point, and I was pretty frustrated with a few guys, just the lackadaisical effort, walking the ball up the court, wanting to go behind their back and, force shots, and if we do that, we won't beat anybody. So it's important for us to get back to the things we've been doing and play with energy, and hopefully we can do that.
Well, we heard both sides of the coin there, didn't we?
Yeah.
Justin Callahan and Ricky Turnbow.
Different perspectives from that last game.
Sure was. Well, a different swing in the first half. 22-6 was the first push by this Central Ball Club. But it's Arcadia Valley back in it here at the half, 33-26. We start the second half of play, and Olivia Casey starts it by ringing the bell from 3. Casey's third triple of the game. She's got 9, and all of a sudden the margin's at 10 points again. Well, AV thought they'd crawled back in, but now a quick turnover. Peyton Caldwell taking it the other way. Finds Kenzie Jones, and this is what Central will do to you. Now the ball slapped away. Buffington, she's trying to track it down in the backcourt. Sails out of bounds. Central's got it back. 36-26, girls championship game. Central leading Arcadia Valley. Boys championship game yet to come. And it should be a fun one with the host team Central against the number 1 seed Potosi Trojans. Half a minute gone in the second half here. Casey just hit the 3. They'll swing it around the outside. Jones at the head of the circle. Now Casey on the left wing into the high post. Skaggs. Skaggs to Skaggs underneath. Sydney to Megan. Backhanded bouncer underneath Caldwell. That shot won't fall. A battle for the rebound. It's won by Arcadia Valley. Anna Thomas is on the run. In the left hand. Switches to the right. Put it up in traffic. That was a tough shot to hit. And it falls away short. Rebound Casey up the floor. Sydney Skaggs lobs for Megan once again. She gets caught underneath the basket this time. Dribble bounce back out to Casey. Another 3 by her won't fall. Sydney with a rebound. Stick back not there, but she is fouled.
Well, I expected Arcadia Valley to hang in this game, and they've hung. But it hasn't gone exactly the way I thought. Central jumped out really big with a big lead at first. Arcadia Valley got back to within 4 or 6 points, I believe it was, Chad. And then, now it's back to 10 again. But it's just been a wild game of, I guess, runs throughout the first 2+ quarters.
It was 22-6 starts as the free throw is missed by Sydney Skaggs for Arcadia Valley. And then it was a 20-10 push to get back into it by AV, a 6-point game there. And now a little nudge back out by Central as they lead it by 10. Both free throws missed by Sydney Skaggs, though. An 80% foul shooter on the year, only 1 of 3 in this one. Minute and 15 seconds gone in the third frame. Anna Thomas in the left corner. She's open, and when she does that, she hits shots. 3 for 4 outside of the arc. Anna Thomas coming into the game, shooting 52% outside of the arc, and her average is only going up. Now a drive along that right side. Caldwell misses the layup, but she's headed to the free throw line. She'll get a pair there.
You're going to get a chance to score against Central. I mean, and if you can convert those opportunities, you're going to be doing well. But it's so hard to consistently get those stops on the other end against Central. Here's a chance again where they can get a couple from the free throw line.
And there's the first free throw by Caldwell. And Glenn, that's a great point because the pace is so quick, you'll get those opportunities. But the question is, do you want to get caught in that pace? Because that usually favors them. And now here's Caldwell shooting the second, well, she's got them both.
And it seems like both teams play at that pace. Central just executes it a little bit more crisp than AV does. However, I really think AV is going to be a great team in this area this year.
I do too. I have absolutely no – both these teams have only one loss. It's both to St. James, and it's both 62-47.
Same scores.
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. Down to the right corner, Briar Johnson, three-pointer! Briar! Woo! 15 for her. That's her first triple tonight. Averages 12 in the year.
Tickled the Raptors on that shot.
Yeah, it did. 38-32. We're back to a 6-point ball game. Well, this is pretty fun. There's Megan Skaggs underneath. She's got 14 points, so she and Briar Johnson battling for game-high honors, and the margin swells back to 8. A little 1-3-1 zone right here by Central. Casey on the back line. At the head of this thing is Caldwell. And now here's a triple, and this one goes down as well. It's Megan Williams. Her first triple of the night, 40-35. And AV says, we're just not going to walk tenderly into this new year. Now a drive down the middle of the lane. There's Kenzie Jones. Rattles off the ankles of Jerica Brockus. It'll be a kicking violation, and back to Central.
Yeah, it makes this game fun, man. Both teams kind of going back and forth at each other right now. And, if AV doesn't get off to that slow start, where is this game right now?
Central ball. Skaggs goes out to get it. Here's Sydney with it. Sydney, a lot of times, will look back to Megan. This time it's Jones at the head of the circle. Jones waves it over to the left wing. That's Caldwell. Peyton drives that left baseline. I don't know how she kept the pivot foot down, but to say she did. Sydney, same thing. But she's fouled, headed to the line.
Yeah, she was like a tree falling in the woods. Except there were people around. And as she was falling, that foot just stayed put, and she dished it off at the last second.
Sydney goes to the free throw line. Second foul on Kristen Williams. Well, there's a college up just a little bit north of here, UMSL. They've got to be a big fan of the Skaggs family, I think.
If they could only land Megan now, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh? They've gotten Drew. They've gotten Sydney.
Want to complete the package, I'm sure. Of course, will Megan go there? Well, provided if they're able to get her. Volleyball or basketball would be the question.
She's pretty darn good at both of them.
Sydney is too. Sydney hits the next. She's got 8. Sydney tonight 2 for 5 from the foul line, an 80% shooter from there. Margin is 6, 41-35. AV could make it a 1-possession game if they knocked a triple down. Won't happen this time. Brianna Seaton comes out of the pack on the steal, lobs it over the right low block. There's Megan Skaggs, missed the shot. Long rebound. It's tapped out to Brockus. Brockus pulls the dribble up. Anna Thomas for 3, a little bit short this time. Battle for the rebounds. It's on the deck, won by Caldwell. Pushes it up the floor. Interesting timeout by Josh Mapes with his team headed out on a break.
Well, I think he called it, and he didn't get it until late because he wasn't sure if they were going to come away with that.
Called it with the tie-up on the floor. Yeah, he sure did. And then he called it, and just at about that time, the ball turned loose. They had a 2-on-0 out in front. But that gives us a chance to thank the sponsors. So our sponsors, thank you, Josh Mapes. And we'd like to thank Midway Bar and Grill between Farmington and St. Genevieve. Also, Gifford Lumber of Fredericktown. Man, are they nice down there. I'd like to thank Jeremiah Murphy from American Family Insurance of Bonne Terre and Walmart Supercenter of Farmington. Loaner's Concrete and Construction. Let's thank Mineral Area Office Supply of Park Hills and Vicky Crocker Realty of Deloge. What do you think the boys' championship game hinges on, Glenn?
Well, I think Central has got to be feeling pretty good coming into it because they lost by 2 last time, but they didn't have Colin Best and they didn't have Braden Mannion. Colin Best is coming off of his best game of the year yesterday, and he wants a piece of Dylan Coleman tonight. So
he'll get it.
On top of that, yeah, he's going to get maybe all he wants, but on top of that, Central's playing on their home court in their own tournament here. They got a lot of things going their way, but Potosi has the best player on the floor. Should be interesting.
I think it's going to be exciting, yeah.
Central won't be afraid of this matchup, that's for sure.
41-35. Here's a steal on the inbound. Great play by Brocka. She's headed the other way and blows the wide-open layup, and then it costs Anna Thomas a foul from behind as she goes for the rebound. So a terrific defensive play by Brockus, but she misses the layup, which would have made it a 4-point game, and she also cost Thomas her 3rd personal. That could be costly.
And that's tough. And that's Thomas just hustling down the court for the follow play, the trail play right there. But she had a defender or offender right in front of her and just kind of came down right on top.
It was just a hustle play by Thomas. Hard to fault her. 41-35, a 6-point advantage for Arcadia Valley. That's exactly the type of opportunity that Arcadia Valley's got to convert on, too. It's a good defensive play, but you got to have it all. And now here's a travel by Sydney Skaggs.
She hopped at the elbow right there. Sydney hasn't had her best tournament, I don't think, but her sister Megan's really done a great job. 29 points in the semifinal.
Yep, and 12 in the first half tonight, and then she's got 14 now for the game. She leads them. She's a true double-double, 19 points, 10 rebounds. Think about this team. Sydney Skaggs has led this team in scoring last season. Olivia Casey led him scoring as a freshman 2 years ago. You've got Kenzie Jones that could lead him in scoring if she wants to. They just have scores all over the place, and you never know who's going to be that person on which night. Here's Anna Thomas. She can lead her team in scoring every night, but she misses the three-pointer right there, and she's knocked down. 3 of them on 5 attempts. The other way, Megan Skaggs, count the bucket, and she's fouled. 16 points for Megan, and she's pushed it out to an 8-point lead for the Central Lady Rebels.
After that last rebound on the right side of the floor there, Central came down with it. Anna Thomas crashed hard and almost picked up her 4th foul. Now, she pulled her hands away late like, realizing the situation. That was dangerously close to being number 4. If you lose her here in this 3rd quarter because she has to sit in foul trouble, look out.
Yeah. 4 minutes left, so we're halfway through our 3rd. 43-35. Central leads. 44-35. Central leads after the free throw from Megan Skaggs. Megan listed at 6 foot. Not sure if she's exactly all the way there, but she's close. Sydney listed at 6'1", and she's every bit of that. 44-35, a 9-point lead, and there comes Megan Skaggs again. Megan, the rip, the run, the rise, and she rims it in for the deuce. 19 points for Megan Skaggs, and the margin swells to 11.
Smooth as butter on that steal and break.
Great defense translating into quick and easy offense on the other end. 46-35, an 11-point swell here for the Central Lady Rebels, and Adam Waddell says, let's talk it over. Let's take a timeout with them, and we're back in 1 minute right here on Kickin' Country, J98, The Boot.
Hey, neighbor. Got quite a snow last night.
Yep, sure did. Look at all this.
You think I could borrow your snow shovel when you're done?
Sure.
Wow, that stuff really works. What is it?
It's ice melt.
You think I could borrow a little of that, too?
Well, I only have a little.
Hey, what's that bright red thing?
It's a generator, but, I'm going to be using that till the power comes back on. So
Sure, no problem. Where'd you get it?
Gifford Lumber in Fredericktown.
Honey, tell him he can buy or rent one of his own at Gifford Lumber.
Yeah,
Gifford Lumber in Fredericktown.
That's the place.
Hey, can I borrow a pencil? I'd like to write that down.
Here, honey, this'll warm you up.
Ooh, what's that, Missy? Hot chocolate?
Oh, no.
When Old Man Winter calls, be prepared. Get to Gifford Lumber in Fredericktown now for the things you might need tomorrow. Stock up on what you need to winterize your home and keep your walks and driveways clear.
Gifford Lumber Company in Fredericktown. Quality at the right price.
Gifford Lumber, 149 Commercial Drive, Fredericktown.
Central by 11, 46-35. Quick trigger on a three as we come back from Brockes for Arcadia Valley. And the backside rebound taken down by Briar Johnson. She's fouled on a stick back attempt. She'll go to the free throw line. Boy, Briar played a terrific first half, scoring 12. She was fouled by Megan Skaggs there. Second one against Megan, number 2 on number 22. And this 5'9 sophomore, Briar Johnson, to the free throw line. She's already put in 15 points. And it stays right there as she rims the free throw all the way around and pops back out somehow. It's a packed house here at the TJ Foulon Field House. Almost every seat taken, and they're 1.5 deep all the way around the place as well. It's going to be at least this busy for the championship game as Johnson sinks the second free throw, the boys championship game, I should have said, coming up. 46-36, a 10-point advantage. A lot of people spend their whole holiday here. They just come over here and stay for the week. 3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the third. Kinsey Jones drives in, stops, fires, missed it. Olivia Casey grabs the rebound, rolls it in. Olivia Casey with 11. She's got 11 points. 48-36, the lead swells to 12.
Yeah, Chad Bradley has a lot more than in-laws to deal with during the holiday season, doesn't he?
Yeah. I asked him if he was running on fumes, and when I saw him early, he said, I'm doing all right. He's a good-spirited fellow. Now here's a drive by Briar Johnson. She fires up the runner. It wouldn't fall. Brockes clears it for the three. That won't go. And somehow the loose ball finds its way to Savannah Price, but she walked on the spinning attempt.
Yeah, I think she probably walked a couple of times down there and got called for the second one. Tough turnover for AV, down by 12.
48-36 and 2.5 remaining in the third. AV is pushed back after a 16-point hold, but Central has widened the margin out a little bit after that 6-point lead. Drew the AV closer. Three-pointer rims all the way around by Jones and pops back out. Head of the circle, this is Kinsey Phelps in the ball game for the first time. Kinsey, a 5'5 sophomore, turns it over. Here's Sydney Skaggs coming with the layup on the right side. Missed it. Tap up by Jones, and she hits it. I swear Sydney Skaggs is going to come down there one time and dunk it, Glenn.
Central pressuring the guards right there, and that forced that pass just off balance, and that was an easy steal and break layup.
50-46, and the largest lead of the game has been 16 points for Central. They lead now by 14. Megan Williams plays it to the middle of the lane. Turnaround jumper by Brockes won't fall. Casey's got the rebound, out left pass. Megan driving it 1-on-3, and Arcadia Valley better get more people. Megan's going to the free throw line to shoot a pair. 50-36. Margin is 14 points. Megan Skaggs looking for back-to-back 20-point performances, 29 in the semifinal. She's got 19 right now, an 80% shooter from the free throw line.
We talk about her basketball, volleyball, which will it be in college? I'll say this, she's a great basketball player, but she's made the dream team twice already in volleyball, and she will be a senior next year. So probably going to make it for a third time in volleyball.
She's a very similar player in both sports, too. She does lead her team in scoring right now, but at the end of the year, she won't necessarily lead her team in any single statistical category, but she's going to be among the leaders in all of the categories. She's a very well-rounded player in both sports.
To me, it looks like, I mean, she was good last year, but it looks like she's improved tremendously just from last year to this year, at least as far as pure scoring the basketball. And it may have just been that she wasn't really needed to score a whole lot last year. I don't know, but she's scoring it this year.
And she's got 21 tonight, and the lead is 16, matches the largest. One shot by Arcadia Valley, it's one and done. Jones going the other way, left side layup, misses the shot, but we're going back to the free throw line.
Caldwell and Jones are running together on that break, and Caldwell handed that to her maybe a little bit earlier. I would have liked to see Peyton attack, and then if the defense closes on her past the last second. But still, Jones is going to get a couple of free throws out of this, so could still work out.
Fourth foul on Buffington, and well, here's one of those runs that you see from Central that they put on people. The first one was 22-6 to start the game. Arcadia Valley chiseled back in. Now here comes Central again on another run. Kinsey Jones hits the first. That run they put on Potosi, though, ungodly. 34-7 run. And that was when the game was 30-27, for goodness sakes. It was a one-shot ball game. And then it was over. And then it was over.
Central's like a good distance runner. They'll let you run with them for a while, and then they decide, okay, let's turn it on at the end. Finish line's in sight.
Kick it in.
Zap.
54-36. The lead is 18 now for the Lady Rebels. Over to the right corner, there's a triple by Briar Johnson. That thing had snow on top of it when it came down, and it was a little long.
Burnt up on re-entry, didn't it?
Yes, sir. The rebound goes to Central, and a whistle and a foul against Arcadia Valley's Kristen Williams. That's number 3 on her. We're walking the other way. Central had committed more fouls than Arcadia Valley in the first half, but in this half, the disparity even greater the other way. 8 team fouls whistled against Arcadia Valley.
Wow.
And only 1 whistled against Central. So Central Ball Club that shares the ball very, very well. And they've played together so many years. I mean, my gosh, we've seen Kinsey Jones as a senior, Sydney Skaggs as a senior. They've started for 4 years. Megan Skaggs as a junior. She started for 3 years. Olivia Casey led them in scoring as a freshman. I mean, they have so much experience on this team.
And that's the case with all of these Central athletic teams, is that they've all been playing together for so long. The softball players are the same way. The football players are the same way. And here's this basketball group.
Less than a minute to go. There's another varsity player out there leading a team in scoring that used to play on this team. Tia Jordan plays for St. Paul Lutheran now, leads them in scoring. She was a member of this squad when she was younger.
Yeah, and now she's the star player on her new team.
54-36. It's an 18-point lead for Central. There's Anna Thomas. Drives, stops, works it back outside. This is Brockus. Brockus looking for a seam, can't find one. Stolen away by Casey. Olivia driving at 1-on-3. Stops, fires, 8-footer. Perfect. That's a bullseye for Olivia Casey. She's got 13. And the margin now 20.
Liv Casey can do a lot of things on the basketball floor. She's not just a post player. She can stretch it out. She can shoot. You saw there she runs the floor well and then stopped on a dime and popped one in.
She was an all-league caliber catcher for the softball team and decided to play volleyball this year. Briar Johnson scores again. Points number 17 and 18. Not much Olivia Casey can't do athletically. 5 seconds remaining in the third. This is Megan Skaggs from 26 feet. Halfway expected that one to go in. It didn't. 56-38. It's all Central right now, and we've got one more quarter of regulation to decide a champ. We're back in a minute on J98.
Andy's Garage in Park Hills offers everything you need from tire changes to engine rebuilds. With over 30 years experience, Andy is ASE certified and his prices are fair. What more could he ask for? Andy guarantees his work. He wants you to be 100% satisfied. And if diesel work is what you need, Andy is one of the few diesel mechanics in the area. So if you're looking for a tune-up or more performance, stop by Andy's Garage located on Maple Street off of Highway 8 right behind the Patriot Vault in Park Hills. Or call 573-431-2626.
Walmart Supercenter in Farmington is the place to go for the best prices on all your seasonal items. You'll find a large selection of items for your vacation to that fabulous wedding to decorating for special occasions. The friendly staff at Walmart Supercenter in Farmington, they're ready to help you find whatever you need when you need them. Walmart Supercenter in Farmington, your all-occasion connection. That's Walmart Supercenter in Farmington. Save money, live better. Walmart.
56-38, 1 quarter remaining in our girls' championship game, and it's Central Lady Rebels on top of Arcadia Valley by 18 points. Check out these first 3 quarters. Central scored 28 in the first, 5 in the second, and then 23 in the third. A lob down underneath for Arcadia Valley as they get back to it. Kristen Williams spins, fires, fouls. She'll go to the free throw line. Our thanks to Lance Johnson back in the studio tonight. He's our engineer and operator tonight. You wouldn't believe how many levers he's pulled and buttons he's pushed tonight for us.
He's been busy tonight.
Thank you, Lance. Williams to the free throw line. She averages 8.5 on the year. She's yet to score tonight. until right there. That's her first.
We talked about the quarterly breakdown. I think that is the one thing that's keeping Central from being an elite team. Right now, they're a great team.
Statewide.
Statewide,
Yeah.
Is the fact that they go through lulls in games. You know, it happened against Potosi. It's pretty well happened all season long. And they don't put that complete contest together yet. Still early, though.
Williams hit them both. Lead is 16 for Central. We're in the fourth quarter. Megan Skaggs thought about the triple, said, nah, I'll pitch it. Down to the left wing. That's to McCain. McCain whistles it back to the top to Uding. Jensen to the right wing. That's Caldwell. Down to the right corner. Casey. Casey to McCain. She's standing on the baseline. You can't do that if you want to keep it. AV ball. Half a minute gone in our fourth frame. 56-40. And it's Central leading it by 16 points. Our boys championship yet to come. Potosi and Central. Stick around for that or watch it on J98 Web TV at mymoinfo.com. That's a good way to keep up. New look lob down underneath. Johnson. She has to fade out from a double team and throws one up and she missed it. Off balance, difficult shot. Central works with it on the forecourt now. Megan Skaggs, jab step, no drive. Now Jensen Uding, two-handed chest pass underneath Casey. And getting whistled for the reach from just behind was Savannah Price. Got that as the first one on Price. And that'll send Casey to the free throw line. Jones checks in. Sydney Skaggs checking in as well. This Central Ball Club really hasn't faced much of a test by anybody other than St. James. They have pretty well had their way outside of that ball game. Lost that one 62-47. And you might have heard us talk earlier, the only loss for Arcadia Valley to St. James, 62-47.
I wish St. James still came down to this tournament.
I do too.
We'd see some great games between Central St. James, Arcadia Valley St. James, DeSoto St. James, I think would be fun. St. James just added that extra oomph to this tournament, this girls' tournament, that you never knew exactly who was going to win it.
Casey hit them both. Glenn, I did a Central St. James girls championship game at Potosi. I think it was last year. It got snowed out early. They rescheduled. They went over and played it. Central demolished them. They were up by 21 points. It got down to a 1-point lead by St. James, who ran all the way back, and Central ended up beating them. That was an amazing game as Central won that tournament championship.
And since Central has gotten to St. James's level, or pretty close to it, they've had some really epic battles over the last few years.
58-40. This battle not quite so epic tonight as Central leads Arcadia Valley 58-40. Ball slides out of bounds. And standing there to throw it in is Megan Williams. We talk about Sydney Skaggs as a Division I level athlete who's already signed. And, of course, we anticipate her sister will be as well as Anna Thomas misses the three. But Anna Thomas is too. She'll run cross country at SEMO. That's why she's running just as hard in the fourth quarter as the first. You can't tire her out.
Yeah, she signed just a couple of months ago, and she'll be heading down there. She just loved her visit down there. And SEMO does have a great campus. I don't blame her.
Thomas dives on the floor, scraps that one back away. And now at the left elbow, Kristen Williams turns it loose. To the top, Thomas for three. I thought that was going down, but it was just offline, and now a battle for the board. A tie-up, and it goes over to Central.
Yeah, it was a pretty shot. It was an open look. Just didn't quite make it there off the lip of the rim.
That Arcadia Valley has a pipeline for Division I athletes right now. I mean, two cross-country runners going Division I. Zaga Barzowski running at Ole Miss. That's really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Two runners on the same squad at one time.
They've had some great golfers out of there as well.
Jordan
McLaurin and Eric Bennett for Middle Area College, who just went to the national tournament and competed very well out there last spring. You'll hear more about that in our year in review tomorrow.
Yeah. You can listen in the morning. We'll start the news year in review at 8, followed by sports, and then on J98 at 1 o'clock is when we start it tomorrow afternoon. There's a double dribble on Central. 5:49 remaining in the fourth. 58-40 is the score. It's an 18-point advantage for Central. I thought they called a double dribble. I guess they called a foul, as Megan Skaggs will step to the free throw line. Second whistle on Price tonight. 10 team fouls on Arcadia Valley in the second half. Only 2 whistled on Central. Skaggs to the line. Got it. She's got a little ways to go to match her production from last round, but she's headed that direction. 22 for Megan tonight. She had 29 in the semifinal victory over Potosi. 29 of her team's 64, almost half. Megan back to the stripe, dips it, flips it, missed it this time. Sydney gets the rebound, though. She says, I got you, little sis. And now they play it to Casey. Casey fades, fires, off the window, wouldn't go. Battle for the board, tapped out by Sydney. And it'll be AV basketball.
As off balance and crooked as that shot was from Olivia Casey, it looked like it was going down. She almost found a way to get that one in.
AV basketball. There's Johnson dribbling it up the floor. Breyer's had the best game for AV. She's played solid tonight. 18 points for her. Anna Thomas with the basketball. She's got 3 threes, so she's done a pretty nice job as well. The nice block-to-block passing that time as Kristen Williams gets it over there to Savannah Price, and Price has 6. 59-42. 17-point lead for Central. 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Peyton Caldwell's got it on the right wing, down to the right corner. Megan, Sydney at the mid post. They'll find Olivia Casey. Now they'll go low mid to Sydney. If you watch Central very much, you'll see that play. They'll put somebody behind the backboard on the baseline. They'll throw that little pass right there, and then they'll find that player playing in that mid post coming toward the basket. That's a pretty good staple for their offense. And Sydney's at the free throw line after the second personal from Megan Williams. First one in for Sydney. Central also ran a lob a couple of times tonight, Glenn. It was pretty against the zone defense. They'll put a screener behind that backline defender and lob it right over the top behind that screen, and it results in an easy layup. They've done that a couple of times as Josh Mapes has set up a couple of really nice sets for this team. It's a team that is so free-flowing that you think about their points coming in transition, but they're also a team that they have such good basketball intelligence they can run those sets in the half court as well.
When you have so many pieces in place, it allows you to be a little bit more creative as a coach, and that just is one more element you can put on opposing coaches and just give them fits.
Brianna Seaton sinks the free throw. That was the 4th foul against Kristen Williams, and Seaton's back to the stripe. Brianna averaging 5 a game. That was her first one here this evening, the lead 19. Seaton tries it again and got them both. Good work by Brianna Seaton. 2 for 2 on the exchange. And the lead swells to 20, matches the largest of the game. Here's a three-pointer thrown up there by Megan Williams. Rattled that one in and out. Battle for the rebound, eventually won by Uding. Jensen double team into the backcourt. Works it to Megan Skaggs. Even the 6-footers on this team, good ball handlers. They'll help out breaking that pressure. 4.5 minutes to go. Jensen Uding backs it out. Dribbling to Seaton. Sydney Skaggs posting, calling for it. They lob it to her, but the backside defensive help. Good work by Briar Johnson, tapping it away from behind. Now Buffington's got it between the circles. Rebecca a little quiet tonight, only 2 points on 2 free throws. There's Briar Johnson slashing down the middle of the lane. Foul comes on the floor.
You know, Central moving down to Class 3 this year, you know, one of the teams that probably hates that is Arcadia Valley. They're now in the same class as Central, not in the same district, though. And you look at Central's district, and, man, who's gonna stop them from winning that district title? St. Pius is probably the best team in that district other than Central. And, you know, that would be tough for St. Pius, I think, to beat Central. You know, maybe Jefferson, and I don't know much about Bayless, but Class 3, District 3, that's Central's to lose, I would think, at this point.
I would agree. Anna Thomas muscles her way down the left side of the lane. Can't hit the runner. Sydney Skaggs clears the rebound. Uding gets the outlet, and then she'll curl it back outside, and they'll run a little clock here. Halfway through the 4th. Where is that district, Glenn? Have they decided that one yet?
Let's see. It's at Grandview High School in Hillsboro.
Right. That's right. I remember hearing that. Casey going to put it on her hip out near half court. Loses a dribble, and it looks like Central wants to entice this AV ball club into a man-to-man defense, try to work them out of this zone, and they're starting to match up right here. So Central going to look for a few lanes to drive through as they pull AV out away from the basket. And Jones, one of those primary drivers. Now it's Megan Skaggs. Drives it into a double team on the left low block, but she spins into a foul right here, so she'll head back to the free throw line.
Could be a big night for Central. Already the girls looking like they've got the championship, and the boys playing for the championship up next.
We were talking even about that with Central going to Class 3 in that district. Central probably has a very good shot at the number 1 seed, and certainly is a team that could win it, but you've got West County lurking out there that they're the type of team can knock off anybody on any night.
Yeah, on the boys' side?
Yeah.
For sure, and that'll be interesting. I think the girls will have a little bit of an easier go in their district than the boys will. Central still has some tough teams in their district on the boys' side, especially West County. They could beat anybody.
Megan Skaggs goes 1 for 2 on the exchange, 23 points for her, 63-42. The 21-point advantage is the largest of the game. Now a wraparound pass down underneath, and it's stolen away.
And I do think St. Pius's girls team would give Central a test in their district, but I think that's about the only team that Central would be really too worried about.
A lob to Sydney Skaggs. Right low block, she missed it. They got a ton of terrific athletes walking the hall at St. Pius on the girls' side, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they do.
And now a turnover. Briar Johnson tried to drive it past Sydney Skaggs. I don't know how many of their volleyball players play basketball, though. If I'm the if I'm the girls' basketball coach, I'm recruiting all of them, I'll tell you that.
There. Get Jenna Otek out there, Grace Richmeyer.
You bet. Bouncer outs. That's Uding. Now Casey, head of the circle. 2.5 minutes remaining to the left corner. Here's Megan Skaggs with it. Megan breaks away from her defender, drives it in, hits the floater, and she's headed to the free throw line. So back-to-back 25-plus point nights for Megan Skaggs. 29 in the semi. She's got 25 here and headed to the free throw line. The third personal on Savannah Price. The lead swells to 23, 65-42. Central in charge. Megan Skaggs bouncing it at the free throw line. Fires it up, rattles it home, gets that good shooter's touch. 26 points for Megan Skaggs. And 66-42. Arcadia Valley just not able to keep pace in this one. Here's Buffington driving it in. Tries to throw a backhanded curl around one defender. Pass deflected. Johnson tracks it down. Buffington drives from the right low baseline. Fouled in the drive, but still 1-0 close to shooting. Only the fourth team foul. The whistle against Central. They've played good defense and yet clean defense here in the second half. 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Holy moly, Sydney Skaggs jumped right up and stole the inbound. She was guarding the ball, and they tried to throw it over her, and she just grabbed it and mitted it. It's like a defensive lineman trying to intercept the pass. Great hands by Sydney, and as she pirouettes on the left side, she punches it off the window for 2. She's got 11. 68-42, a 26-point lead for the Central Lady Rebels. Very impressive in hosting their own tournament here in the Bob Seacrest Jr. Central Christmas Tournament at Central High School. Here's Anna Thomas, left elbow. 15-footer won't fall for her off the right side of the iron. $1:35 remaining in the fourth, and 68-42. A mass substitutions coming in. We'll count them up and let you know after this 30-second timeout on the boot.
There's no place like home, but when age or illness turns home from a place of happiness into one of loneliness, it may be time to consider a healthcare facility. Whether your need is short-term rehabilitation or long-term care, St. Genevieve Care Center offers high-quality medical care complemented by a dedicated staff who offer warmth, wisdom, and the experience of caring, which makes their facility the next best thing to being home. Dignity, respect, care. St. Genevieve Care Center, 1010 St. Gen Drive in St. Genevieve. Medicaid, Medicare, private pay, private insurance, and hospice accepted.
Well, it looked like a hockey line change for both squads. So 10 freshmen skate over the boards and head out onto the hardwood here. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in our fourth quarter. 68-42 is the score. And Central's on top here. And the subs scrapping just as hard as the starters as they get out there, which is nice to see. And 62 seconds remain before the Central Lady Rebels will be crowned champions of their own tournament. Once again, the Central Lady Rebels victorious last year in the tournament. It was St. James before that, Central before that, and then St. James 3 times before that.
In case you're wondering, last time both Central's boys and girls have won in the same year, 1997.
It's been a little bit then.
Chance for that to happen this year.
Yeah. Carissa Belfield steals it away. And Belfield floats it up ahead to Kayla McCain. McCain squares for 3. Rattled that one in and out. Nice rebound by Amonette as she gets the ball down in there. And Skylar Amonette, a 5'2 freshman. Well, she palmed it. Gives it back over to AV. Arcadia Valley gets Savannah Newhouse in the ball game. They've got a bunch of freshmen out there like Kinsey Phelps, a 5'5 sophomore. Kinsey works over to the right side. That's to nowhere. And now a 3-point jumper that is not able to draw iron. 68-42, 26-point lead, and a double dribble by Kayla McCain. A couple of turnovers here by the Lady Rebels. It's academic here, though. Just looking for the final score. Central going to win the championship and improve to 11-1 on the season. And Arcadia Valley will fall to 8-2. The inbound to Newhouse. And then curling down the middle of the lane, that was Phelps. Phelps couldn't hit it the first time, but she does hit it the second time. So Kinsey Phelps gets in the scorebook. And we have come to the end of our championship contest as the Central Lady Rebels back-to-back champs in the Bob Seacrest Jr. Central Christmas Tournament. 68-44 the final score.